Hey guys! After a long year of no videos, I'm back! We're back! Headbanger Morphs, we're still here. We've actually just been growing over the last year and we just haven't had the time to make YouTube videos, but we really want to get back into it and share our journey with you and all of our care and tips and experiences. Today we're starting off with a simple but very important task, which is making new lay boxes for all of our female geckos. Right here I have one of our female crested geckos, Ember. She has a beautiful orange and white pattern on her. We're really excited. Hopefully she'll breed for us this year. It'll be her first year breeding. Whether she breeds or not, she can still and does still lay eggs. We're gonna get brand new lay boxes for them going today. We're pretty excited. The first thing to consider when making a lay box is the size of the container. We really like these containers from the Dollar Tree. They actually come in a 3-pack for $1. We really like these ones for the depth and the width that they offer. We like to fill up the sphagnum moss about 2/3 of the way full. The geckos will dig all the way down and then lay their eggs toward the bottom. It's pretty easy to tell because all of the moss will be hilled up to one side. We really like to use sphagnum moss for our substrate. You can get a big bag of it at the Home Depot or any garden or lawn store locally. It's only about $5 or $6 for a large bag of it, whereas if you bought the Zoomed brand sphagnum moss, you'd probably be paying $5 or $6 for pretty small amount. The only bad thing is that you do have to pick all of the sticks and twigs out, so that way you're just left with the fluffy moss. Here at Headbanger Morphs, we breed crested geckos and gargoyle geckos. Both of those species prefer to bury their eggs. Usually they like to bury them in a humid spot or somewhere that has good moisture content because the eggs need that humidity and moisture to grow over time. I like to use a spray bottle to carefully dose the moss with enough water to dampen it and not soak it. I squeeze the moss to evenly distribute the water and make sure it isn't dripping wet. Then I'll fluff it up and make sure there's an appropriate amount in the container so it's easily accessible for digging. To make the entry hole in the lids of the containers, I use a soldering iron. You can get these at any superstore like Walmart or a hardware store for only $5 to $10. Just make sure to do it in a well-ventilated area to not breathe in any plastic fumes. When shaping the hole, make sure it's big enough for the gecko to fit through, but also not too big to let the moisture escape. Melt any sharp edges and it's that easy. I'll then write the name of the female assigned to each lay box to avoid any confusion later when removing eggs. All female geckos should be given lay boxes when they become 30 grams or about a year old. They can start laying infertile eggs at a very young age, but shouldn't start breeding until they're at least 40 plus grams or around 2 years old. Crested and gargoyle geckos lay one clutch of 2 eggs about every 30 days for up to 6 months in a year. Usually we'll breed them in the winter and they'll lay eggs throughout the spring and summer. We carefully track how many eggs each female lays and monitor their health throughout the year. We keep their lay boxes in year-round to prevent egg binding, which can happen if a female doesn't lay her eggs and could be potentially dangerous. I know that our females are really going to enjoy these lay boxes with a little more space and a lot more substrate in there for them to bury the eggs and dig. So hopefully that'll give them a little bit of good enrichment and that we'll get a really successful breeding season. Thank you so much for watching our video. Of course, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to check out our TikTok and our Instagram page. We post there a lot more often than on here, but we will be more consistent here as well. Again, thank you so much for your support. We'll see you in the next one.